somewhere at the end, like the feel changes and gets like a little behind the beat, you know. At the beginning, it's very on the beat, like the white bands.
Yeah.
Strange.
There was a lot of black dance orchestras like that that played, you know, very similar to the white bands.
Yeah.
But the record companies generally had this marketing scheme where they wanted black orchestras only to play hot jazz and market to, you know, black audience. So.
But there was tons of black bands playing popular music just like the white dance orchestras.
Yeah,
right?
apparently, yeah. From what black musicians have said to interviewers, there were lots of them. I mean, Andy Kirk was a popular black band leader in the 20s, 30s, and he said in his book that, I think it was an autobiography he wrote, that the record companies wouldn't let him record popular songs, and he wanted to record hot jazz stuff.
And it was the same thing with all the black musicians.
They thought it wouldn't sell.
Well, they were trying to sell to a black audience they didn't understand. They thought all they wanted to hear was blues and jazz.
Yeah, hot dance tunes, and so they wouldn't let them record popular.
It was the same thing with all the country blues musicians.
And the hillbillies too.
The hillbillies too.
They like to play
the hillbillies. A lot of them wanted to play pop music, like Los Stokes, you know.
Clayton McMitchin.
Yeah, they all wanted to play pop music, and they're like, "We brought you here to play fiddle music. What are you guys kidding?"
Yeah, these market niches.
Yeah,
the record
companies.
But you know, like I did this talk with a guy where Don Kent used to work at that record store in Chicago. What's the guy's name? Bernie. You know the guy. He still owns a famous record store there.
Right.
Anyways, I can't remember his name, but great
Kessler.
guy. Yeah, Kessler.
Kessler, like that.
Kessler, that's it. And he was talking about how, you know, when he recorded people like Big Joe Williams and Sleepy John Estes in the late 50s and 60s, you know, they would like live in the store, let them stay in the basement. He said John Estes was staying with him for a long time, and he said Estes would come up every week when the new arrivals came out and take like 10 records down and learn all these new, you know, he's learning Johnny Cash and learning pop tunes.
John Estes?
Yeah, never
really?
blues.
Wow.
He said he watched him do this for weeks and finally said, John, you know what, why are you so interested in all this, you know, the pop music and the country music? Yeah. And he said, well, you know, if you're going to play a house party, you've got to know the top 5 pop tunes, you've got to know the top 5 country, and, you know, this whole list. And he goes, John, when was the last time you played a house party? He said, like 25 years, but you never know.
Wow. That's kind of sad.
But that's just what he did. You know, just like everybody else, you learn the tunes that everybody wants to hear, you know.
He must have enjoyed it, too.
Yeah. No, I mean, clearly he did, especially at that point, because there was no reason to. But I mean, it's just kind of funny that, well, if you listen to John Estes, they made him record all the same style stuff. I mean, there was no way he recorded a pop or a country tune when he recorded, but I'm sure he knew him. I'm sure he played him. You know. Just like country bands play blues, you know.
A couple of black band leaders in Chicago, Dave Payton and Erskine Tate.
Right.
Payton actually wrote a column, I think, for the Chicago Defender. He's constantly ranting and raving about this problem with black musicians not being able to get gigs playing popular music, dance bands, and you know, he was very strict about, you know, the level of musicianship, and that musicians should be able to read, and you know, and all that stuff. And his band only got to make one record. Dave Payton Orchestra. He was a prominent black musician in Chicago. And even that record is under the name Fess Williams.
Oh, really?
Fess Williams was fronting the band Dave Payton Orchestra in Chicago for about a year before he went back to New York and, you know, took up where he left off with his own band.
And what record was that?
This one record, I'll play it for you. It's called, I don't remember the title.
Take note, John, take note.
Oh, I'm taking note.
Right down.
I'm recording this.
Oh, yeah.
Some years I'm not jotting it down.
It's called Dixie Stomp. That's listed as by Fess Williams and his Joy Boys.
Oh, yeah.
On Vocalion. 1928, 29. It's great.
It's got to be a tough one.
Joy Boys. Joy Boys.
Great name.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hello, gang.